Here I am in the Ripley's Believe It or Not Museum, the Auditorium. There's the bumblebee made out of car parts. I'll get a close-up of that later. We got giant aquatic predators. I'll get that from a better angle later. Life-size statue of an armored elephant. I'm pretty sure that's a leg from a sauropod dinosaur. We got a jade statue of a Chinese general. A Statue of Liberty made from mismatched puzzle pieces. And much more within the auditorium walls. Here we have a shoe exhibit. It's not really very bright in here. We got the world's smallest couple, 21 inches tall, and a 2-foot tall husband. P.T. Barnum Circus midget shoes. The ring belonging to the world's tallest man. That's I know it's kind of hard to tell from the picture, but I could easily fit 2 of my fingers in there. General Tom Thumb's boots, and of course the size 22 basketball sneakers belonging to Bob Lanier. Here's a car made entirely out of wood. It's a 1950s Mercedes Gabino Gullwing, and in actuality it's a boat. So let me just take a few steps back. The detail of this thing is actually amazing. It even has an all-wood interior. And here's a statue of the world's tallest man. I think he was...
He's 9 feet tall.
He's not 9 feet, he's like 8'10", but yeah, that's pretty close. This is the guy whose ring I showed in the display just a minute ago. Yeah. By comparison,
popularity of Ripley's collection, which has sustained over these many years, is his focus on unusual people, not just in faraway places, but right here at home.
There's the world's largest hairball. It came out of a cow. Cows can't hack up their hairballs like cats, so they have to have them surgically removed. And here's a cow with an extra leg. This sometimes happens. I think up there is like a statue of a world's fattest man or something. I mean, wow. Let's get a closer look at this. Oh yes, this is the leg of an Ultrasaurus. There's the ankle. Up there is the knee, and up there is where it connected to the hip. And this is just its leg.
Dinosaurs?
This is Willie Camper's foot-long hand. My entire hand barely exceeds his palm. That is a big hand. We got more mail than anyone in America. I have no idea what this is. Some kind of slideshow. Robert Ripley, believe it or not. Ha! Let's see. Pachyderms and panties. The Sri Lankan elephant carving. I don't know what it has to do with panties. Oh, they actually wear lace panties that are never impaired. I don't know what that means. I saw him just. And here's Willard Wigan, the world's smallest sculptor, but he sculpts the world's smallest things. He himself is an average-sized man. See, this is the eye of a needle, and inside, I'm not even sure if this will show up. Nah, there's no way that this is going to show up. Oh, there it is, there it is. It's Barack Obama and his family.
I made this house and it was sort of sat on the end of my feet and I showed my mother. Then she said, have you made the furniture?
And in this one, should be Mount Rushmore on a pencil lead.
They're sure to be hit.
It's kind of glary though. And this one is the Statue of Liberty. There it is.
Oh, that's Justin. Just one eye. I can't get off.
Okay, there's Abraham Lincoln made out of pennies. Where's Elvis's hair?
They have Elvis's hair.
Elvis Presley's hair. How about that? Here's some of George Washington's hair. And this is Napoleon's hair. Don Dillinger's hair. I think there's just a single strand in there.
He's a killer, see?
Yeah. And
There's nothing in there.
John F. Kennedy. There are 3 strands of hair in this little petri dish thing.
Anybody.
I can see them, but the camera can't pick them up. Here's Marilyn Monroe on top of a diamond. Here's the actual size of the diamond compared to a needle. This would be 1.25 inches. We also have a ram standing on the end of a nail.
Now Willard suffers from dyslexia.
Bombay sapphire in the eye of a needle. An elephant
Magnifying glass.
on the head of a smaller nail. There's the actual size of the nail, and there's the elephant on the nail's head. Beauty and the Beast from the Disney movie, again on a nail. Tiger in the eye of a needle. John Lennon in the eye of a needle. And 9 camels through the eye of a needle. I think that's a biblical reference. Something about being easier for a camel to pass through the eye of a needle and a rich man to go to heaven. Well, just to prove the point, he made 9 of them. And yes, that's the actual size of the needle. This guy is an amazing sculptor. I could only wish to someday be anything like him. You know, what with me making the customs and stuff. This elaborately carved warship, based off of a real boat that actually sailed, is carved out of 1,000 pounds of solid jade. That is... The detail on this thing is amazing. It has sails, it has chains with individual links, it has figurehead carvings, a deck, it has everything, all made out of jade. That's just amazing. We can also see a taxidermied albino giraffe, which is kind of funny. I'm sorry if the video is a bit dim, but that's because the light in the museum is kind of dim for atmospheric effect. And here's a Nile River crocodile, which is barely visible. I think I'm going to pick this up when we reach a better lit area. There's some kind of dancing, singing hologram here. Oh, there we go. Look at the crystal ball there.
Whoops! How did you get in here? This is Mr. Ripley's private refuge, his inner sanctum, his personal collection and treasure trove.
There's a hologram guy on it.
Oh, since you're here, make yourself at home.
This is actually pretty impressive.
Introduce myself. Believe it or not, I'm Clerk, Mr. Ripley's personal valet, his pocket companion and right-hand man. Now, I was there in the palm of his hand when Mr. Ripley was the most famous newspaper man in the world. He got the only paper, opened it to Ripley first. To see the wonders of the world only Ripley could reach. He went everywhere, saw everything, and he brought it all back to prove that it was real. And now you see it for yourself. Welcome to Ripley's world. The ordinary imaginary world outside when you're in Ripley's world. Eventually your eyes will open wide at the infinite variety of nature and man, the riches and the relics of the world began.
Yeah,
An awesome auditorium with
yes, there's a crystal ball showing stuff. Not with any detail, it just looks like some stuff. Oh, with the little dancing man. That's actually pretty amazing because you can't see what he's being projected on.
We shared a bizarre predilection. It was his deepest conviction that fact is stranger than fiction. Once you're in Ripley's world, you start to question things you thought that you knew. For in Ripley's world, all things are possible. There's no taboo. Normal is normal. We never say too much. You can gasp or you can giggle, but please don't touch. Everything is genuine, but nothing's what it seems. The monsters you imagined in your wildest dreams are here in Ripley's world. The secret door is right behind you. Go forth and explore. Here in Ripley's world.
Wow.
Believe it or not.
It's just really cool because he's clearly standing in front of some artifacts, but you can't see the projection screen. That's impressive. This room is significantly better lit than the previous one I was in. There's a skeleton of a cat that has some extra legs growing out of its back. Ooh. There's some solid lightning. And of course somebody brought a small child near who's freaked out by the weird stuff. See, when lightning strikes the sand, it can penetrate down and crystallize it, forming this glass formation. And that kid is loud. Hey, weird two-headed animal thing. I don't even want to know. Seriously, I don't. New Guinea bat totem. This is just weird. Tyrannosaurus Rex skull. How about that? Isn't that awesome? And of course, as soon as I walk to the other side of the room, the lighting craps out. Here's a two-headed calf. Taxidermied, of course. And what's this thing? It's huge. Ooh! This enormous sculpture of the Monkey King's palace. As you can see, it has people and trees with leaves and flying birds. It's all white on white, so you can't really see on the camera, but it's very intricately detailed. And it's carved entirely out of camel bones. That is... You can see people in the court, and curse the resolution of this camera, but it's amazing. Hey, what's your favorite part of the chicken, huh?
Drumstick.
Is it the drumstick? Because this one has 4 of them. Har har har. What's in the drawer? Oh, a two-headed fetus. Ew. Okay, we have some Texas Longhorns. Man, in life, that thing must have been intimidating. Ouch! It's a little bit intimidating right here. Ha ha ha, there's feet in the fireplace. That made you jump.
I want to look. I'm like, what's that? I'm like this. I go, oh, oh, you got fish. It's feet. I went close up and he goes, out. I thought it was somebody in there. I jumped back.
Oh, Mom, you so silly.
It scared me half to death.
And here we have like a comfortable couch. Hey, Mom. Hey, Mom. Come sit on this couch. I'll get you in the video. Okay. But first, sit in the couch. Here's the shoes belonging to the world's tallest woman.
Let me see what size are they.
Let's see.
Shoe size 25. Size 25 shoes.
Yeah, so
Sandy Allen, her name.
There's your original Ripley's Believe It or Not comic. You can see her sitting next to a regular person. There's a video of her up there. There's a picture of her suit. And Dad, why don't you put your hand up next to her feet?
My shoes.
Just for context on how big her feet are.
Here's my shoe.
Oh yeah, here's my mom's foot.
Wait. Here's my shoe.
Okay, you hold it. Yeah. As you see, it's like twice as long. Foreshortening effects compensated for, of course. Okay. Giant hissing cockroaches. Oh, can you?
They're real.
Oh, hey Mom.
Oh, how does that look? Real hissing cockroaches right up close. That is so disgusting. Oh Lord. That is nasty. Look at their food.
Okay,
Oh, look
you got
at
it?
Yeah. His whiskers are moving.
Okay, you ready?
Can I get my camera back now?
They're moving. I think one of them is eating another one.
You couldn't hear what I was saying in the
No, nothing at all.
Okay, I had to dub that.
Look. That one is look,
This
there's one
one,
eating something.
there's the one that's shedding its skin.
Wait a second.
That one over there is eating one of its fellow roaches.
Oh my god, there's a hole through his
And here's a glass bottom boat tour. I don't know why it's showing up all green when everything down there is actually blue. Must be some weird color filter effect. There we go. With just a little bit of color correction. It's kind of weird because my feet don't feel like they're landing anywhere. I keep feeling like I'm gonna fall and break these boats. There's a lot of little ones. Look, that one even has blood on it, like it's a fishing vessel or something. I don't know what these boats are made out of. Matchsticks? Hey, what's the description for this exhibit? Ah, yep. They're all made out of matchsticks. 250,000 matchsticks replicating the Spanish Armada. That is a lot of matchsticks. Matchsticks. All made of matchsticks. Got a cannon. Oh, this is a styrofoam cup. You know, a standard styrofoam cup that you would hold. Look at how little it is. It's tiny. They took it under deep sea and the pressure compressed it to that size. And here is a scale model of what the Titanic wreck looks like at the bottom of the ocean. That's a piece of the Titanic's hull. I mean, some of it's coal, actually. Some of the Titanic's very cold. Okay, this is a demonstration of a black hole. It's a big black table thing, which is a cone that goes down to a hole in the middle.
Ready?
Yeah, you take a penny, you put it on a little ramp, let it go. As you can see, the closer you get to the center, the faster you go, and the longer it takes to go any further. Due to the way it reflects the light, you can only see it intermittently, but you can see it passing by. As you get closer and closer to the center, you go faster and faster, and then you just appear. You leave the universe. And that's how a black hole works. Except, you know, in real life black holes, the time-space stretching is so intense that it technically takes an infinite amount of time to receive an horizon and disappear. Which I've surmised means that technically speaking, nothing has ever fallen into a black hole because it takes an infinite amount of time to actually fall into a black hole. Unless you're another black hole, because then one black hole will be compressing time one way, and the other black hole will be compressing time the other way, so when you put those two compressions together, they stretch it back into normal, so the two black holes can merge. Am I making sense? Don't quote me on that, because you know, I don't want to go up on that being made out of, you know, things. Oh, here's a Barack Obama made out of gum. See? See? Gum. Balls of gum. Whoop, whoop. There's Barack Hussein Obama.
Made out of gumball.
Gumballs. Gumball present. Not as silly as the egg whisk dress. I mean, look at that. She's not even wearing underwear. Tramp. I mean, I know this is like absurdist fashion, but you think it would at least have to cover. I mean, at least her top covers. Oh, here's a quilt made entirely out of shirt labels, making it the ultimate designer quilt. There's a recycled bag raincoat.
All clothes, and they made a quilt out of it.
Oh, and that purse made out of human hair.
Very cool.
We're in the space exhibit, which unfortunately is so dark that once I pass this thing, this is a 3,197-pound meteorite found in China. When I touch it, it feels like a piece of cold metal. I think it's mostly the metallic elements of a largely stone meteorite. The stone would have burned away in the atmosphere and been left over. This would have been what was left over. There's if an asteroid that's the I think that's the Barringer crater in Arizona photoshopped into the Manhattan skyline. Of course, if that happened, you wouldn't have the Empire State Building still standing. It would have been blown away.
Eventually, the Earth will meet catastrophe.
There's some space food.
By a collision with a meteor.
I have no idea what that says.
Or in a billion years or so.
They're from Bulgaria.
Ever-expanding sun.
Cosmonaut glove.
We face extinction. Unless we find a new home.
What?
I'm gonna take you
Today,
later.
Mars
See if you wanna go through.
frozen.
You wanna see how you cook one. Let me
But
get my
some
mom.
believe it could be transformed into a habitable world. It would take a massive effort, but by deliberately releasing huge quantities of greenhouse gases, we could trigger global warming on Mars.
There we go.
Eventually, frozen carbon
This is a simulation of the meteor rock from Mars that has something that looks like fossil bacteria in it. We aren't sure if there's fossil bacteria yet. We need more evidence. Hopefully the Mars rover will find something cool.
Gradually transforms the planet. It could take hundreds of years.
And that's a little space nook they have. Moving along, augmented reality video game, like some kind of Kinect game. Ooh, shark. Ooh, I think that's a woolly mammoth skeleton. Life-size shark. They found a weasel skeleton inside of a horse's mouth. That's weird. What? Hang on. Archaeopteryx. Dinosaur scales.
In fact, Whitech uses a child soft bristle tooth pouch on a fish, whose teeth grow 50% larger than humans. Unbelievably, the fish actually seem to enjoy it.
This is an exhibit called the Black Hole. As you can see, it's some kind of colored, there are dots and lines that go around the cylinder as it rolls, and you stand on that bridge. After a few seconds in there, your brain perceives it as if the walls are still and the ground you're standing on is moving. It's incredible. And here I am. It's already taken effect. I feel like I had to brace myself against this one. What? No. My sense of balance is completely distorted. I can't even walk in a straight line. Whoa, 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 now I'm going to... Oh, God!
Isn't it awful?
You were at a 45-degree angle. I don't...
You went all the way out?
That's an 8-foot sculpture of Bumblebee from Transformers the movie, made entirely out of parts from an actual Camaro. So yeah, he can't transform, but he's a robot, and he's made entirely out of nothing but car parts. Right next to the sculpture of the tattooed man.